Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our Behind Her Brand Monday Morning Brew. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Kimberly DeShields-Spencer, and I'm the founder of Behind Her Brand. And y'all, I just have to tell you, I am so excited about this week. I don't know about you, but there's sometimes when you just wake up and you just feel like this is going to be one of those kind of weeks that is just going to be amazing. I just feel it all in my spirit. I feel like God just has so many amazing things planned, and I pray that you feel good starting and going into your week. And as I was thinking about this morning and in our brew, and I had my cup of coffee with my husband and everything, um, I started to think about the women that we serve, the women that I feel like I'm called to walk alongside. And I was thinking about so much that, or what the season is about. And here's what I came to for this morning that I wanted to share with you. I want to encourage someone, whoever is listening to this today, is to remember someone is waiting on your yes. Someone is waiting on you to start that business, to start that podcast, to start that ministry, to start that nonprofit, to start that book project, to start whatever it might be. So often, God would give us dreams, visions, and goals, right? He will put stuff in our heart and we're like, okay, I see it, but I'm waiting for all the steps to line up perfectly before I step in there. And oftentimes God is saying, no, I've given you what I need you to do. I've given you the vision. I've given you the dream. I've even given you the desire and the peace that I've given this to you. So what are you waiting on? What is stopping you? And often what stops us is that we see that we don't have the resources, the support, the this, the that. And God is saying, see, you're looking with your eyes and you're not looking at me. I have given you the dream. I've given you the vision. So you need to make that first step and step into your yes, because there are people today that are waiting for you to step into your yes. You're providing them solutions. You're going to help them with new concepts and ideas. You're going to help them build their financial future. You're going to help them step into areas they've never thought they can step into, but they can't do that yet until you step into your yes. And here's the powerful thing about all of this is that so often, when we know what we're supposed to do and we look at the things that can potentially stop us, we are actually, in my opinion, this is my opinion, hurting, if you will, all of the things that we could be stepping into. We could be blocking it. We could be preventing all the blessings that are going to come when you step into your yes. And who wants that, right? We all want to walk in every single thing that God has for us. So I want to read something to you that I thought I had written many, many years ago. And I had thought about this the other day. I was like, Lord, so often when you give us something to do, when you give us that excitement of something new, fresh, or even that thing that was birthed in us from Him, right? The minute we feel it, the minute that we accept it, the minute that we are like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, immediately a lot of opposition comes up. And then we think, okay, well, maybe it's not. We start second guessing and all of that. And that's what I want to encourage someone today. Don't let that opposition come. Do not allow it to block you from what you're supposed to do. Because at the end of the day, all of us want to be in our purpose. All of us want to operate in our purpose. All of us know and believe that we are here for a reason and a purpose. And if you don't know that, I hope you know that now. You're here for a reason and a purpose. So I wanted to share this with you. I wrote this a long time ago. I said, it's time for us to recognize that our blessings are already on the path waiting for us. God oftentimes doesn't make them appear if we don't exercise faith and operate with intention and move with purpose that He's given us and stay in action. Stay in action is a big thing. Blessings don't always come just because we desire them to come. They often show up when we're out there working. The Bible says faith without works is dead. And I can't sit here and say, okay, God, please allow my events to fill up. Please allow my magazines to sell. Please allow my boxes to reach even more people. If I'm just sitting here just wanting it to happen. No, I got to show up. I got to post. I got to share. I got to be in action. I got to operate with intention every day, making sure that my actions are aligned with the yes that I've been given. I got to make sure that my faith is aligned with the vision that He's given me. I can't always look at what my eyes may see because my eyes can tell me something different. If I'm not getting this result or that result. And I can't allow that to stop me. I got to always operate in a space of intention and faith, saying, God, you've given this to me. I know that you dropped into my spirit, so I need to move forward with all that you've called me to do. And so here's the other part I wrote. The sooner you realize that you are literally an essential part of how God's provision comes into your life, you will see doors opening. You will see that you and God are walking step by step, hand in hand. When God says, hey, Michelle, I've given you this vision for this ministry. It's time for you to step forward into it. Yes, I know you want this, that, and the other, but you know what? I've already given it to you. So I need you to do all that I've already deposited into you. Or, hey, Kim, I just opened up a new business for you. I want you to learn. I want you to grow, but I also want you to share this with other people, because financial freedom can bring about so many blessings to someone's home when you bring this opportunity to them. It could be Pam over here, who's going in and changing the lives of teams and cultures and everything, because God has gifted her in that space. But imagine if these women, and you don't have to know them, put in the names of yourself or other people that you know, but imagine if these women said, okay, I know what he wants me to do. I see the vision, but I don't see all the steps. I don't see everything I need to do. So I'm just not going to do anything. I'm going to wait. Imagine that. Imagine if you're doing that right now. Think about all the lives that you could be affecting and changing and building. But because you haven't stepped fully into your yes, you're not. So I want to encourage someone today, and I wanted to share this too. When I mentioned in here, I didn't mention this. Oh, I didn't mention my last sentence I wrote. Your faith in action is the key to unlocking the abundance that is meant for you. I cannot begin to tell you how powerful it is to really and truly rest in your faith. Rest in your faith. Rest in the fact that you may not know every step. You may not know how the outcome is going to be. You may not know all the moving pieces. But what you do know is that we serve a God that will always make sure that when we are in his will, he will provide everything that we need. And when we operate in his will, when we operate in where he has us, when we operate in what we're called to do, you have to trust, really trust that everything you're going to need will show up in the right season and time. He just needs your yes. He needs your faith. He needs your intention. He needs that action. He needs you to step forward. He needs you to say, okay. And let me say this too, in another side of this too. When we commit to our yes, when we step into that and we believe it and we're walking in it, let's always remember the core of what we do is always, in my opinion, let me say this, it's my opinion only, should come from a place of service. Many of us watching today are building ministries, nonprofits, businesses, building mini corporations, and not many, building corporations. I was going to say corporations. We're building all these amazing things that are deposited into us. And obviously, we all want to build with purpose and intention. And obviously, we all want to be profitable, right? We also want to make money at what we're doing too. But always remembering that we come from a place of service. If you're building that podcast, allow it to serve people. Because when you really serve people and you're really, like I said, stepping into that yes and doing the things you're called to do, everything else will come together. You'll start attracting the right people, the right opportunities, the right doors are open, the right income flow will come in when we're operating from the right places. We're really trying to serve, help, and build the things that we're supposed to do. And I find that sometimes when we lose that focus, this is a little bit off topic, but I do find when we lose that focus and we focus only on that next title or that next financial goal, that next what have you, oftentimes we lose the very purposes of what we're supposed to be doing. If we're chasing money, chasing clout, or chasing things that are not tied to our purpose. And oftentimes that can take you so far from the yes that you said originally. And typically when you're from a position saying, you know what, God, yes, I'm going to write this book. I don't know who it's meant for, but I know that you do. So I'm going to trust that. Yes, God, I'm going to launch this ministry. No, I don't have the building yet, but you know what? I can get this room over here and I can start building it to where it'll grow into where I know you have me to be. Yes, God, I'm going to start this new business. I don't have a lot of people around me. I don't know how you're going to bring them, but you know what? You just told me to give you my yes and start with intention and you'll bring the people. That's the mindset that I want to encourage you to go into this week is don't look at the limitations. Look at our limitless God. Okay. Don't look at what is not happening. Look at the God that already sees into your tomorrow and says, you know, you don't have to see what I'm seeing. Just trust me with your today. Remember that. Step into your yes fully. Step into it with intention. And last but not least, guard your yes. Let me tell you what I mean by that. I just mentioned earlier how opposition can come up. People can say things. When you're starting a new business or new anything, all kind of expenses, car can break down, all kind of stuff can happen, right? Or you have naysayers, or someone says, is this the right time? You can have a lot of different things that come up. Protect your yes, protect it. And just remember at all times, God, you gave this to me. And life is happening all around me the minute I said, I'm committed. So God, show me every single day. And a lot of times I'll tell people, speak into each moment. It could be just, God, take me through this next hour. I'm committed. I'm committed. I'm committed. And saying that faithfully. And when you guard your mind, when you guard your heart, when you guard your ear gates, when you guard the things that you're listening, seeing, and speaking, you'll find that it's going to be very hard to get you off track. Right? When it says no weapon formed against me will prosper, and he'll refute every tongue that rises up against thee. When you say, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, right? When you start speaking the words, speaking affirmations, saying that, you know what? I will not fail. I will not fail. I will succeed. I will be able to effect change. I will make an impact. I will be able to step into new territories because it's already called for me to do so. When you start to speak those things, you protect your yes. You protect the very thing that God has called you to do. And that's what I want to encourage you all today. So that being said, tell me what your yes is. I would love to know, what are you saying yes to today? What do you feel like you are called to today? And let's post that below, and let's encourage one another to fully step into our yeses.